From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
They held up a Hazleton area convenience store, and within hours, they were in cuffs. Fast work by police lands 3 men, one who may be in this country illegally, in jail, now facing some serious charges. The story is coming up right now, live at 5. And later, right around 2:30 this afternoon, flames erupted at a home in Sugarloaf Township. News 13 was there as firefighters worked hard to douse the flames. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, it didn't take long for police to nab the bad guys. 2 Hazleton officers on patrol stopped a vehicle and found 3 alleged robbers who held up a convenience store just hours earlier to that traffic stop. And they may have been headed to hit another business. These are the 3 men charged with robbing the Pantry Quick on Diamond Avenue in Hazleton just after 10 Sunday night. 20-year-old Gene Serrano Jameen, 19-year-old Francisco Hernandez, and 19-year-old Santiago Cintron Castel, all in custody tonight. 1 is believed to be in this country illegally. All 3 have been staying at homes in the city. Hazleton Patrolman Tony Panzarella, along with Sergeant Mark Zola, caught the suspects driving along a one-way street in the wrong direction. The officers pulled that car over near the Convenient Mart at Wyoming and Juniper Streets in the city, and evidence inside the vehicle matched the items stolen in the Pantry Quick robbery, and the 3 guys inside the car matched the description of the robbers. Police Chief Frank D'Andrea gathered the media this morning together and said it was quick work by officers who were alert on the job that helped nab those suspects.
It wasn't time that this vehicle could be involved with that until we approached the vehicle. Once we saw their nervous demeanor and we observed contraband, that's when it progressed from there, and we were able to make a determination at that time.
This is some really heads-up police work where they could initiate a traffic stop at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then by recognizing paraphernalia, drugs, contraband in a vehicle, get somebody out of the car, search them, find a weapon, and then one thing leads to another, and they recognize, oh, there's 3 weapons, and these 3 guys are responsible for the armed robbery from 4 hours earlier. That's some great, great police work. At the end of the day, 3 robbers, armed robbers, with loaded weapons, are off the street.
Now, Chief D'Andrea added that he believes these men were planning on striking again. And although he would not go into detail, D'Andrea says there is possibly a 4th person involved. Luckily, no one was hurt in the crime. One of the suspects did have a gun when he committed the robbery. All 3, again, are in prison tonight. One crime believed to be solved in the city, and another remains unsolved tonight for now. Tonight, police continue to look for the armed man who robbed the Choice One Credit Union on Sherman Street late Friday afternoon. It was the 2nd bank holdup in a matter of 5 days. News 13 arriving at that credit union just minutes after the suspect got away and as police began their investigation. It happened just before 5:30 when the man walked into the bank and got away with cash. News 13 caught up with one witness who says he saw the man before it all happened.
I watched this guy walking in with a bag, and he had a white mask on his face, and this other gentleman says, what, is he going to go rob the place? And I thought it was just like a bandage on his face because I didn't get a real good look at him. But then when I went around here and I looked inside, I seen it was at a teller. And I left, and I came back, and at first I thought he looked like he was going to rob the place because he came in with a bag.
Right now we are not stating that the robbery is related to the one that happened at PNC Bank, or whether it's not. We're conducting our investigation, and at this stage of the investigation, it's premature for us to give out too much information. But we are working with the state police, in conjunction to try and get this situation resolved and to try and get the actors in custody.
Friday's armed robber is a white male approximately 6 feet tall with a thin build. We're told he was wearing a white long-sleeve shirt with the Philadelphia Eagles imprinted on it, a light-colored baseball hat, blue jeans, black shoes, and a white material covering his face. Police said he's considered armed and dangerous. Police are working on releasing some surveillance pictures to the media of that robber. In the meantime, anyone with information about the armed robbery is asked to contact Hazleton Police at 459-4940 or simply dial 911. Meanwhile, state police continue to search for the masked man who robbed the PNC Bank in Hazel Township early last week. The well-dressed white male wearing surgical gloves and a surgical mask walked into the Hazel Township Bank Monday morning, showed the teller a note demanding money, and then fled. He did have a brief conversation with that bank teller before showing her the note asking for cash. The robber did not show a weapon and quickly fled the bank in a brown four-door sedan. At the time of the robbery, the bank bandit was wearing a white button-down shirt, black pants with his face partially covered with a white surgical mask, and what troopers described as white gauze bandage material on his forehead. He was also wearing a blue bandana on the top of his head and was carrying a briefcase and also wearing surgical gloves. A woman and a small child who were reported missing on Sunday have been located and are in good condition tonight. Troopers were called Sunday when 41-year-old Laura Malore and 1-year-old Samantha McGarry were nowhere to be found and believed to be in some kind of danger. The two were missing from the Crystal Ridge section of Hazel Township, but again, they have been found and we're told are okay tonight. This next story is disturbing as a man tried stabbing a woman over the weekend while she was holding a 1-year-old child. This is 25-year-old Alfredo Alcantara Motel of Juniper Street. He is who police say assaulted a 20-year-old female Sunday afternoon in their Juniper Street Hazleton home. Police say Alcantara Motel first struck the woman and then tried stabbing her while the 1-year-old baby girl was in her arms. Luckily, neither the woman or the baby were hurt by the knife. However, the woman did go to the hospital for head and facial injuries. Police believe they found marijuana in the home during the course of their investigation. Tonight, Alcantara sits in a jail cell facing a long list of serious charges. Police were able to track down a wanted man over the weekend in the city of Hazleton. 31-year-old John Allen is now locked up after being picked up in Hazleton over the weekend for having drugs and for lying to police about his identity. Allen last lived in the Lehigh Valley and was arrested after giving officers a false name and false date of birth Saturday afternoon in Hazleton. Once officers obtained his real identity, they found that he was wanted, and during a search was found with various types of suspected drugs on him. Police say the warrant was out for Allen on a parole violation. Bail for Allen is $50,000 and he remains in the Luzerne County Jail tonight. Stay with us this evening on News 13. Freddie and Ronnie team up in local sports. Big sports news tonight. Two local baseball stars will be hitting the field together playing for the same team. You won't want to miss it. Also ahead, a local rabbi spent some time with students at a school in Schuylkill County. More on the message he brought to the classroom coming up. Ronnie, we will see you on Friday. And Freddie, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Up on your screen right now, you're winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played on this Monday. 796, your daily number, big 40486, Quinto 69435, and treasure hunt 310 16 17 22.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town. There will be a spring cleaning sale at the St. Francis of Assisi Hall April 27th and 28th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. There will be household items, furniture, office supplies, kitchen items, and much more for sale, so stop on by. And the second annual Clifton R. Lewis Good Life Foundation presents the Celebrity Basketball Game, Dunk Contest, and Three-Point Shootout. This will be held at the Nanticoke Area High School Saturday, April 28th. Doors will open at 6:30 p.m. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Josephine M. Sapolsky of Hazleton. The funeral will be Wednesday at 10 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Ralph G. Caldwell Jr., formerly of Sugarloaf. The funeral will be held Thursday at 10:30 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Mary Rose Lawrence of Sugarloaf. The arrangements are being handled by the Harmon Funeral Home. Regina Gabriel of Hazleton. The funeral will be Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. from the Firo Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 9 to 10:30 a.m. And Susan Yenchko of Hazleton. The funeral will be held Tuesday at 11 a.m. from the St. Peter and Paul Slovak Lutheran Church. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for the second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new low-price dinner menu for 2012. Remember, there's plenty of free gated parking in the Marco Building lot. Find us on the web at miasrestaurant.com or follow us on Facebook.
And welcome back, everyone. We have a big announcement to make tonight. News 13 has teamed up with Service Electric Cablevision and KYW News out of Philadelphia to bring our viewers in Luzerne, Carbon, and Schuylkill counties even more news and information each weekday. But it does mean some slight changes for News 13 viewers. News 13 will now be live from 4 to 5 each weeknight, then back on again 6 to 7. From 5 to 6 p.m., viewers can tune in to KYW News out of Philadelphia right here on Channel 13. So that's 3 consecutive hours of news, weather, sports, and information without even changing the channel. And don't forget, the first half hour of each newscast here on News 13 each night is News 13 and the Standard Speaker teamed up to bring you the news important to you first. Also, News 13 will also still be seen at 10 p.m. and 11:30 p.m. each night, and again at 10 a.m. the next morning. And for those of you who like to watch online, we will still provide all of our newscasts and top stories at ssptv.com. And don't forget to always check out News 13's Facebook page. Now, all of these changes take effect on May 7th, so spread the word to your family and friends. And here it is again for you. News 13 will be live 4 to 5 and 6 to 7 each weeknight with rebroadcasts at 10 and 11:30 p.m. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot us an email here or give us a call at the station. Firefighters hung up their bunker gear over the weekend and parked the fire trucks to jump in the kitchen and whip up a pasta dinner. And it was all to raise money for their fire department. Pasta, salad, and bread on the menu Saturday afternoon. Many stopped in for a bite to eat and others ordered out. And it was all to benefit the West Hazleton Fire Company. News 13 talked with the owner of the 4th Street Pub about why he opened his doors to the fire company and West Hazleton's Assistant Fire Chief Brian Cara about the event.
We're just trying to help the community out, help the West Hazleton Fire Company out. You know, good cause for a good bunch of people.
This past year, the department went from having paid firefighters on to mostly volunteer. And so we need to raise funds in order to raise equipment and keep the residents of the borough safe and be able to provide our firefighters that are coming out with the proper equipment to do their jobs, to make sure everybody that stays safe. So we ran this fundraiser. This is our first of many fundraisers that are going to take place. Marty from 4th Street Pub was gracious enough to let us use his establishment and help us out. It's really important that people come out and support their fire companies, not only ours, but whatever fire company, whatever jurisdiction covers you. Come out and help your volunteers. They're there when you need them. Come out when they need you.
The West Hazleton Fire Company wants to thank everyone for coming out and supporting them. We're told a whopping 174 pasta dinners were sold on Saturday. Well, we got the wet weather we have been waiting for this past weekend. It rained here in Greater Hazleton, and in some parts of Pennsylvania, it even snowed. Let's see what's on tap for the rest of tonight and into tomorrow. First, tonight's creative condition was sent to us by Gabriella DeMelfi, a 7th grade student from MMI. Gabriella, thank you so much for sending us that creative condition. It sure looks like the way it did over the weekend here in Greater Hazleton. And today we see cloudy skies for tonight, rain, possibly some snow mixing in with that rain, because that temp, look at it, low of 29 degrees tonight. You'll see cloudy skies on your Tuesday with scattered rain and snow showers once again, and a high up to, 45 degrees on your Tuesday. Your forecast tonight live at 5 brought to you by Just Windows and much, much more. 636-1133 1st Street in Freeland. Remember, better windows plus better installation equals Just Windows. Visit them online, justwindows and muchmore.com. Fagley Oil Company online also at fagleys.com or call 1-800-572 $49.25. They're serving Tamaqua, Hazel Township, and many other areas, so call and make Fegley's your oil company today. All right, who doesn't love Dr. Seuss? For those of you who do, you're in luck. Revisit your childhood this weekend with some of Dr. Seuss's best-loved stories in an unforgettable musical coming to Hazleton titled Seussical, hitting the Alice C. Wilty Performing Arts Center Saturday night, April 28th. Right now, we have a chance for our viewers to win tickets to the show. Call us right now to win 459-9813. Lucky callers 3 and 13 will win the tickets. Good luck. This giveaway is for your Live at 5 newscast only. Stay with us tonight here on News 13. Your Live at 5:30 is on deck with more on that Sugarloaf house fire. We're back in 2.